All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakudash. Give double honors to the elders, apostles of GMS. Salutations and blessings to the Akim around the world, preaching and teaching the truth. All right, I'm Yakanan, GMS Memphis, and I'm going to get right into it. This is Jeremiah 3:15. It says, "And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding." Right. And Yahweh Shema Shai has handpicked certain men according to his will to feed the sheep of Israel with his words, man, with his wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay? And it's nothing that we did to choose this path. It was already chosen and ordained for us to do this work, man. Lord willing, we're that chosen, man, elect to remain in this faith, man, to endure. Okay, but hey, ultimately it was all the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, the men that He chose to do this work, man. And let's prove that with a scripture. This is John 15:16. It says, "Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you, that ye should go and bring forth fruit." Right. The Lord chose us to do this will. Just going back to that Jeremiah 3:15, gave you pastors according to mine heart. The Lord chose us to do this work, okay, from the beginning. If we are those men, it was already ordained for us to be that chosen, man, to speak His words and do His will. Okay, it says, "And that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever ye shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you." Right. But ultimately, man, the Lord is the one that's doing the picking. Okay, He's the one that's doing the choosing. Okay, and it's all about being the elect, man. At the end of the day, we're called watchmen, man. We're the watchmen of Israel, the shepherds. Okay, so a shepherd has to lead the flock the right way. Okay, and we're just doing what the Lord chose us to do, man. Let's go back to Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 23:1. It says, "Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai." Right? It's woe unto these false prophets, man. These fake leaders, okay, that are not gathering the sheep, and that were not chosen. Ultimately, they were not chosen by Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, it says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, power of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people. Ye have scattered my flock, and driven them away, and have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, whither I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase." Right? The Lord is going to gather His elect, that remnant of His flock, from the four corners, man. Okay, and they're gonna come back into the fold of this truth, man, of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding through men. Okay, because hey, there's no women that are gonna be teachers, man. The Lord is not calling a woman to teach, and we're gonna prove that real quick. Jeremiah 34:31. It says, "And ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your power, saith the Lord." Power, Yahweh. All right. So hey, the flock of the Lord's pasture are men. All right. The Lord is not choosing any woman to do this work, man. There's no women that are prophetess or whatever you call them. You know, the Lord, the flock of the Lord's pasture are men. Okay, so it's only men that are chosen to do this work, man. Let's go to Ezekiel. Ezekiel 3:17. It says, "Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel." Right, and that's the men of the Lord, man. We're watchmen unto the house of Israel. Okay, we're those men that are watching, constantly looking at the prophecies and seeing the things that are unfolding, and letting the people know, man. All right, whether they hear or whether they forbear, because ultimately it's up to Yahweh Shem Shah who's gonna come into the fold anyway. Okay, who's gonna have those eyes to see and those ears to hear, and to be drawn in by that word, man. Okay, it says, "Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me." Right, you have to give the people warning. Okay, we're sounding the trumpet, man. All right, verse 18: "When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to the warn to nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand." Yeah, so the blood, if we don't tell the people, and they die in their wickedness, man, not knowing, then it's on us, man, because we didn't warn them. All right, we didn't give them the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. We didn't tell them the truth. So hey, that blood is going to be on our hands, man. It says, verse 19: "Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. But thou hast delivered thy soul." Right. So we tell the people, and we tell the wicked man, the things that he's doing is wrong, and according to the scriptures, okay, and he turned not from his wicked way, then hey, we're justified, man. You know, we're justified in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai, and that man's blood shall be upon him. Okay, it's not gonna be on us if people don't take heed into this word, man. All right, I'm gonna keep going. It says, "Yet if thou," Salaki, I read that. Verse 20. "Again, when a righteous man do turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die, because thou hast not given him warning. He shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he have done shall not be remembered. But his blood will I require at thine hand." Right. So hey, we have to give the people warning, because it's our duty, man. This is what Yahweh Shema Shai laid before us. It's the job of being a watchman, to warn the people, to being a leader of the shepherd of Israel, man. Being a leader, okay. We have to step up and do our job that the Lord called and chose us to do, okay. And if not, that blood is going to be on our hands, man. So that's why brothers have to be locked in the spirit and know, hey, we got to go hard. Every brother has to step up, man. Every brother has to be willing to hold himself accountable, man. Because we're speaking the words of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right, so we have to be on point. This is verse 21. I'm just close out on this. Ezekiel 3:21. "Nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man that the righteous sin not, and he do not sin, he shall surely live, because he is warned. Also, thou hast delivered thy soul." Right, just like I was saying earlier, going back into giving the people warning, and whether they hear or whether they forbear. If they listen and take heed into these words, and sin not, You know, they stopped doing the wickedness they were doing in the world. Okay, and ultimately, like I said, if the Lord has chosen them to come into the fold, then hey, if they continue in the faith, you save your soul, man. Your soul has been delivered, man, from a multitude of sins, man. All right, referring back to that. Let me see. I think that's James. Let's get one more. I think that's James 5. Yeah, James 5:20. It says, let him know that he which covereth the sinner from the error of his ways shall save a soul from death and shall hide a multitude of sins. Right. So if we tell a man about this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and he accept it, hey, we just saved a soul from death, man. And we hid a multitude of sins. Okay? And that's what it's all about, man. We need as much grace and mercy as possible, man, and it's true. Okay? We want to be held blameless, man, when the Lord comes back to execute judgment on the earth, man. We want to be found doing the work in his eyes, man. We want to be found worthy. Okay? So hey, but you know, this lesson mainly is just going into the pastors according to my heart, man. How about Shemal Shai? He chose those men that he wanted to do his will, man, and do this work. Okay? So hey, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson for the elect. Once again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Give double honors to the elders, apostles of GMS, salutations, and blessings to the elect. Shalom.